In our world right now, there's so many things, so many stories that talk about the harm that we've done to sacred Mother Earth and the harm that we've done to our animal relatives, that it's nice to be able to see that there's hope, that just as our culture is resilient, so is Sacred Earth Mother, that when we give her a little bit of help, that little bit of help can go a long ways.
A lot of this work started with a request that came from Elder Bob Baker, Kawale, and he wanted to see children at Sţwx School taking part in the traditional harvest of herring spawn on hemlock or cedar boughs.
The first time we placed the boughs, we didn't really have much hope. That it was just the action of learning the skills of how to do the work, to create the racks, and what kinds of trees to use, and how to put them in the waters, the time of year, and about the connection to the herring with the moon, all of those things.
Neither of us really knew anything about herring. I've worked as a commercial fisherman in a past life and had seen herring in the stomachs of salmon on the west coast of Vancouver Island, but apart from that, had never thought about herring here in Howe Sound in tl'ka7tsem.
But to our absolute amazement, we were actually able to, the herring came and they left their eggs, their chumish on the boughs. And
it was the first time in many people's lived memory that herring had spawned on cedar and hemlock boughs and could be consumed as a traditional food in the community.
It was amazing. It felt like a really historical moment for our community and for our waters. I never had the opportunity really to learn much about the sea life here. As when I was growing up, the waters were still too polluted and toxic really to do any harvesting. So within these past few decades, all the work that's happened, bringing the sound back to health, has brought back life.
I tried to start thinking about different ways that I could engage the kids that I spend time with and teach at Sţwx School, and we met Harriet the herring. And as she sees different things out on the sound, she writes letters to the kids at Sţwx School and shares about herring's relationship to the different beings in this world. We realized that we needed to kind of formalize and create some sort of consistent methodology to our interest and excitement around herring, and that's kind of where the Search for Slhawt herring spawn survey program came from. The survey program is out on a weekly basis starting in February all the way till the end of April, which is Slhawt, the time of herring.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome because not too many scientists have been looking for herring in the Howe Sound. It's usually on the island. There's great populations over there.
The survey program covers 8 different survey sites in the Sḳwx or Squamish estuary, and also has 8 survey sites in the ocean that are accessed by boat and surveyed using snorkeling methods.
Average day for me personally, I usually swim about 3 to 4 hours out of the day in varying temperatures. I've never really snorkeled in my life, so to experience it in Howe Sound is really awesome. I get to meet a lot of community members that are passionate about this project, and that kind of feeds into why I like doing it. Hopefully Howe Sound can recover and just feed into the herring growth.
So when the herring come back, so do some of those stories, so do some songs, so it is that culture. We're really thankful, eternally thankful to Uncle Bob for asking us to do the work, asking us to share with the young, with the Manman about the herring and their importance and the way of harvesting the Squamish. Because without his guidance, I don't think we would be where we are today. We wouldn't have that connection and that knowledge and that history that's being brought forward. So it's amazing to see the difference that one person can make in our communities and for our children for the future.